So I'm going to go over the movies and then the books. This one, Giant Little Ones, was kind of a young romance sort of thing of the time.
Mm-hmm. You mean back when?
Now.
Yeah.
For now.
Okay, I thought you were saying at the time back some.
No.
Sure seemed current to me, but
yes.
Yeah, there we go. So
we're
both a little
issues.
bit tired, so you'll have to excuse us.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, there we go.
So, that one away. What would you like to say about that?
It actually wasn't that bad. It dealt
bad.
with some issues in a relatively mature kind of way. Kids got to learn all this sort of stuff.
So. Sure. Okay, what would you like to say about the Sunset Limited?
Spoiler alert, it was written for the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone would have recognized it after about 5 minutes. And I kind of get a claustrophobic feeling with some of those things that were written for the stage. You too? Or not?
Well, no, I usually love stuff that's can be set on the stage. This one, I don't know. I just felt like it could just as easily have been a radio play.
Hey, it might have been a radio play. What the hey,
Right?
Yeah. The thing is, it was interesting to see Tommy Lee Jones playing an intelligent person instead of a mindless heavy.
Yes, well, he directed it and
co-produced it
also. So
I think he was tired too. Right?
Yeah.
And so he was saying, hey, this is the new Tommy Lee Jones. He didn't do a bad job,
No,
I think he's probably a pretty intelligent guy. I could hear Samuel L. Jackson. I did get the name right. I could hear him talk forever. It's like a radio play. I didn't watch it that much. The fact is, I was sleeping, and I was dreaming with him doing a shtick in it, and it was incredible. It was even better than the movie. Actually, my dream was, and it was an awesome dream. I'm not putting down the movie.
No, the movie was good.
He's just, he's a pretty darn good actor. Always plays himself, but he does such a good job of it. So a reasonable recommend from my point of view.
And there were some good lines in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A lot of the play stuff tends to be that when you go, I'm not sure people actually say that well, but you got to get used to that.
Okay.
Artistic license and all that sort of stuff. Poetic
and
license.
Then this one, +1. We actually felt like it was quite believable. The characters were believable people. Yeah. We just didn't like the people that they were.
That's right. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
so it was a little hard to inject oneself into that romantic comedy kind of thing.
Yeah.
So their characters are kind of like -1, that sort of stuff. So, but it was semi-realistic, unlike almost every romantic comedy that gets churned up by Hollywood.
Yeah, the woman was trying to push him into a relationship
committing
with her.
Or something like that, right? And
well, with her, they were just pals.
Yeah, exactly right.
And, same thing, it's funny to watch these two back to back, because this one, there was a girl pal in this.
Sure. Anyway, she wanted to be a pal plus, right? What is that, best friends with benefits, or what is that, BFW, or
whatever? What is that? So,
anyway. Well, there's lots of, the full range of benefits, I think, is what she said. But at any rate, no spoiler alert, we're not going to tell you whether it works out or not, but...
Okay, so now I'm going to go over these 3 books. I'll go over these 3, and then I'll talk about this one later, because it's sort of related. Now, I bookmarked this one, so I should read what I bookmarked. Why did I bookmark this part?
How to break a bad habit?
How to create a good habit and how to break a bad habit. So that's why I bookmarked this. There's a table, 2 tables, page 212 and 213. So, I could read it to you, but you can just figure that out on your own. And so, basically, I bookmarked that to say, that's really all you needed to read out of this whole book.
Oh, yeah. So what's the title of that book? Atomic Habits. Okay.
Yeah. So, I wasn't so into that.
Well, it's important. You don't need the book, because you break bad habits easily.
Yeah, it's called GABA. You take GABA, bad habit gone.
Well, no, you quit smoking without GABA.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. She quit it twice, and the first time she said it was be forever, and it didn't quite work out. She was stressed out. But second time, it's been 16 years almost. It's pretty close to forever. So that's impressive.
And this one, I didn't care for this one at all.
Healthy habits suck. Wow. Okay. I wanted to write a book I was just talking about today called Dumbass Dieting, and it's dieting for dumbasses, and it would be full of all this sort of stuff, right? It would be. Is this saying what is it saying?
I just don't like the way it's written. I don't like. There's headings all over the place. Like it's written like a blog post. Yeah. That's what it is. I just figured it out. I'm like, yep, that's how I write my blog post. Only it doesn't have the pretty pictures, so it's not even as good as reading a blog post.
Is it a joke book then? Or
no, here.
How to get off the couch and live a healthy life even if you don't want to. So it says healthy habits suck, but you still got to do it. Is that what they're saying?
Oh dear, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a mess of everything. But anyway, What Doesn't Kill Us was actually not a bad read. Even though I'm not into that whole thing. So,
me neither.
Yeah. I do believe that it's great to get out. Like, this is ridiculous. I'll just show you this picture. This is basically a lot of what this book is about. Or the cover picture. There you go.
So this guy's putting himself through a Nazi torture technique, right? The Nazis used to torture. Well, it was experiments, right? They'd experiment with people in ice water. Of course, it was an experiment to the death. There'd be Jews and POWs and undesirables and stuff like that.
So anyway, I think that it was pretty well written and pretty well researched for better than I expected. I didn't expect to think anything of that book, but I don't buy into that whole thing. I think that it is important to actually get some sun, get some fresh air. So we like to come out here and do the deck dinners.
Hang with the mosquitoes a bit, but not too much.
Yeah, while we're hiking, it hurries us along. So we're doing that fast power walking, just trying to run away from the mosquitoes. So there's some benefit to that.
With my bag, it's not power walking, it's avoiding powerlessness walking. Okay? So, it's as powerful as I can do. But that's the way it goes. 5 fractured vertebrae.
And here's an apple that a bird was eating.
There you go, see?
It's what it looks like
take
when
care
the
of
birds,
the birds
eat
around
them.
here. Yeah.
They peck a little bit,
and
then
back a little bit later, maybe.
Apple falls. No, then the ants get the rest.
Well,
it all works
fell.
out.
There we go. Some of them hang up in the tree, though, after they've been pecked.
Yeah, some do.
They just keep on being pecked.
Okay, so I'll put these to the side. This one was the only one worth reading so far. This one's good. This one's very well worth reading. Twice. Although I've only went through them once so far, but these ones, no. Not worth it. So, I guess I'll go through this one first. I expected some, like, you know how I've been into researching the native remedies and stuff like that, right? So I was really looking forward to this one, but it's not well written.
Are there some kernels of wisdom in it?
You might find some, but it's just written. It's like a whole bunch of different papers. See?
Yeah, I see.
See all these.
So there's no overall overarching theme.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't find that it was worth reading for me. But
well, you know a lot of plant stuff anyway, right? Maybe for someone starting off, it might be okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, there we go.
Because the reading is It's not something that somebody starting off would want to read.
Well, I see a lot of
It's like
subsistence
reading
in
a
there,
bunch
though.
of university papers.
I could see subsistence in there several times.
Yes.
Okay.
Only not even very good university papers.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Yep.
not good.
Yep.
Now this one interested me because I was thinking, nature-based therapy, guide to working outdoors with children, youth, and families. And I thought that is something that maybe James and I could do. Boring. So
Well, I guess the whole thing is to get out in nature
yeah.
and make it interesting. Is that kind
Well,
of what they're telling
this
you?
is this
Don't
is
spend
boring.
your time with your
Don't
nose
spend
in
your
books.
time reading this.
Get out in nature. Okay, so it might work, right? Maybe that's why you did so much walking today.
I was just stressed out.
I know.
So, Lethbridge Public Library find of the
Century?
week. This one was
Find
so
of the week.
good. And I did not. When I put it on hold, I remember thinking, should I bother? Because I don't care about beauty products. You can tell. I don't actually comb my hair. I don't own a comb. I just wash it, braid it, and it seems to work out just fine.
She's got very straight hair. It just doesn't tangle.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. Very lucky. I used to get ringlets in my hair when I wore it that long. So.
But this is a lovely book. I wish I would have bookmarked an example to...
Emerald Sea Detox Bath. Do you remember that one? Was that pretty
Well,
good?
I'm looking at this.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. But I have heard about we read this cancer cure book. I think it was by an Australian woman not that long ago. And she did the bentonite clay baths for health.
So that's what this is then, isn't it?
So, yeah, it's a kind of detox bath, which I don't know that I would want to do that to my bathtub. But I have read about this.
This one seems to mention Epsom salt.
Yeah, that's good. So they put sea salt, Epsom salt, bentonite clay, kelp powder, which you can just buy kelp. If you can't find kelp powder, what I do, I make powder out of all of my seaweeds. So, well, not all of them, but like the wakame or whatever. So you just take and you put it in the coffee grinder. Like you break it up into pieces that'll fit in the coffee grinder and then grind it up in powder. It works out really well. So
yeah, why pay top dollar when you can pay bottom dollar?
Yeah, you can just get it. You could go if you live near live in Newfoundland or Nova Scotia or something where some kelp washes up. You could probably just take that, throw it in your bathtub with you.
Yep. So long as there's no local oil spill.
Yeah. And they put spirulina powder in there and 20 drops of eucalyptus or lemongrass essential oil, which I think would probably be a good idea because it would stink like fish.
Yeah, you're right. I figured some of that latter day stuff latter page stuff was just to make up for the smell.
Yeah.
I smell like mud.
And I should have told you the page. That was 77. Page 80, Dream Cream Deodorant. It sounds good.
Would you get away with it in a hospital though? You know, they don't want people wearing
I don't know.
Fragrances. Is it supposed to be ultra fragrant or is it just kind of like...
Well, there's 25 drops of essential oil blend of your choice in there. But I suppose you could not use that if you didn't want to.
Okay.
They recommend sage, fir, geranium, or lemon. And lemon.
Geranium. I cannot stand that smell.
I love that smell.
Oh, that's incredible. It always used to bother me ever since I was a kid.
Well,
Too strong
it bothered
and
me when I was little.
Okay, there we go. Maybe it wouldn't bother me
now. Like if I mix a little geranium with rose,
then
really
that sweetens it up.
Yeah,
the rose,
it's lovely.
Rose is nice.
Or
okay, there we go.
Lemon with geranium, that'd be nice too. So this one was
fly and tick spray.
There's all sorts of things.
What's that made of?
The drops are lemon, eucalyptus, geranium, lemongrass, peppermint, cedarwood, and that's a witch hazel base.
Okay, so the witch hazels and stuff is supposed to work now? Hard to say. Everything with combo?
I don't know.
There we go.
I've been meaning to try out all these sorts of things, and I haven't gotten around to it.
Well, there's a lot of variety in there. It's like menus. It's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish that if I had lots and lots of money, I suppose I would find ways to spend it, and it would be on things like essential oils.
Oh, you'd have a hard
so
time
lovely.
spending. Like if you were a billionaire, you'd have a hard time spending that. You'd give a lot of it to charity. If you were a multimillionaire, it'd be the same thing.
I'd do this, but
Yeah,
I
there
wouldn't
we go.
read this
That's right.
again because this is boring.
Yep.
I just take a bunch of kids and old people out on walks and picnics.
There we go. And dogs.
And dogs.
Because they'd be part of the therapy.
Yes. Okay, so this one's the one I'm going to leave up because this is the one out of the bunch that should be.
Did you deal with that
stored.
one?
I didn't deal with this one at all. I bookmarked a bunch.
That's a sweet looking book.
See, we were going to be stopping on the way back from
Grand
Peace
Prairie
Country
and Peace River Country.
and doing some hikes. And so I bookmarked a few hikes from this. And this
Quite
book,
a few.
Yeah. This does not have very many hikes in it.
Well, it's basically the mountain parks, isn't it?
We've done way more than these guys. And
well, then what they're talking
but they have
about.
some pretty pictures.
Did they have any ones that we've actually done?
Yep.
Holy smokes! Which one?
Page
That looked like Johnson
29.
Canyon to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just from the first picture, and
Very
there you go.
So what I did want to, I want to do it still. I want to do this again sometime, because and if you do Johnson Canyon to ink pots, you have to do it first thing in the morning. And when I mean first thing in the morning, once the sun is like, you have to be there
before the sun gets up, yeah.
so that you can park. And then as the sun is rising, and you can start to see where you're going, then you have to be already on your way.
Because there will be.
It fills up so
like
fast.
It's almost like a Japanese subway, okay?
Yeah.
A Tokyo subway. And,
so this should have been like number
buses.
one for the most popular hike. It should have been number one in this book.
I've never seen anything.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wild and crazy.
We go first thing.
No, it's well worth it for.
Oh yeah, it's well
like
worth
if
it.
you could get there on a tour bus, and before all the other tour buses got there, you'd be awesome. But yeah, it's hard to commune with Mother Nature when there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Gabbling and whatever.
And this one, page 68-69, Yoho Valley to Twin Falls.
Yeah, we did that sucker, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Now, I think we took a slightly different route. This one is the scenic and difficult route, if I'm not mistaken. Because we didn't take Whaleback.
Okay.
So there's extreme rise. But see, again, I recognize this. This is amazing. So.
And this one I don't remember doing, but I bookmarked it because I thought it might be interesting. 72-73 Lake Oisa? How do you say that?
Wow,
and Lake O'Hare. But we tend to only do the ones with waterfalls and canyons, but there's that, see?
Well,
and
that
I don't
qualifies as a
remember
waterfall
that.
Well, I don't think we did this, right?
No.
I don't recognize these names.
So that's why I bookmarked it.
Yeah, which park is this in, though?
Just a minute. I'm going to take this bookmark off so I can actually see. And that doesn't help me.
No. Okay. So it's number 18. Let's see what park it's. See, it should be color coded here.
Oh, yes.
So by
I'm very
park,
tired and I'm not.
Yoho.
It's probably in.
Have we been in
there.
Yoho? I don't think so.
Yeah, we have. That's where that last one is.
Okay, yeah, we just missed
and
that. So
that's where that. We slept in a parking lot in Yoho.
Don't we always do that?
We always do that. And it was this lookout kind of area, and just up the road are very, very expensive designer cabins.
Oh, yeah.
But we sleep in our station wagon.
Yeah, a station wagon. That's our mini-size Winnebago.
Yes.
It's a station wagon.
Yeah, it works out really well.
It works out very well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Even if I had $1 billion, that's how I'd be sleeping. Because I could not just waste money on sleeping in some cabin.
We just have better foamies, and we'd have a little doghouse for the dogs to sleep in. You know, a little doghouse trailer.
This is west of Lake Louise.
So it's in Banff?
somewhere. We're
Well,
gonna
it should
find
be in a
it.
different park. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen it. I think I would have remembered that falls.
Yeah,
It's looking
it's
strange.
a good looking
It's
falls
nice.
on page 74.
This looks like an ink
That
press
looks
type of
wonderful.
thing,
Yeah.
but yeah, very nice.
Yep.
Got to meet that ground squirrel or whatever that is. Is that a
Yep. That's what he is.
chipmunk? Okay.
So, and this one we went to, did we not?
Okay, that's in that's in Banff, right? Okay.
That's the ice field, near the ice field. Oh.
Okay, what? Icefields Parkway. Oh, I can't remember that. Bow Glacier Falls.
I might have been meaning to go there and we haven't
Okay.
yet. I'm not sure.
No, we haven't. It's
Page
on the way.
94,
We
95.
drove right by Bow Lake. We saw it, right? But there's no way we hiked off of there. So.
Okay, well, we got to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
this
is
coming
something.
weekend or something.
I think it's still
Because
in
there
Banff
we go.
Park, right?
I mean, it's impressive.
Yes, amazing that we didn't pick up on that one. That was awesome.
Yeah. So
It's got a hanging.
anyway, my sister and Mom wanted me to cart a bunch of stuff back home from Mom's house. So James got to see a bunch of pictures of me when I was a little kid and stuff like that.
Not that little. What, 12 and 10 or something?
Yeah.
Like that.
And
Very cute pictures. So.
yeah. So now and a resume that I wrote.
Which was cutest of all.
Yeah.
So it was when she was 17. And what did you say about your house or your
My
indoors? It's like
my home is like a tropical jungle! Exclamation mark!
exclamation
or something
mark
like that.
is what did it. And you got the job, right? Didn't you get that job?
No.
Oh, you did.
That year, I worked at the
Yeah.
After Hours Boutique, which was
Okay,
a
there
sex
you-
shop. So I
okay.
sold dildos and
Stuff like
lingerie and
that. Yeah.
pervy magazines.
Okay, you should have
So-
got that job just based on your.
Yeah, I think I had a different resume for that one.
Probably.
Probably.
Exactly right.
Anyway, no, I did work at that place that I applied to eventually.
And
But-
we'll say you were 18 when you were finally employed there. But
Oh, at the After Hours Boutique.
yeah, there-
Anyway, but no, I did work at the place that I applied to in that resume. But
later.
maybe I was too late when I brought that in because I didn't know. I didn't know then how things work with gardening. How seasonal it is and when to apply.
Sure.
So I probably applied way too late.
Could be.
But I would have had a low self-esteem and I would have been thinking, oh, nobody wants me to be a gardener.
I think everyone's got a low self-esteem at that age, but maybe girls a little bit more than boys.
And I don't know, I don't think we've
I
done
don't
this
recognize
one.
that name. No.
So I bookmarked this one too. Let's see
You
why.
got yeesh. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So I don't know
So
how
which
we've missed
park
that
is
one.
this one in? Jasper. That's incredible that we missed that.
Yeah. So we
Wow.
have to do that one for sure. I should take the other bookmarks out. Those ones I was just like, oh, I'd like
No,
to
just
do
leave
that
the
again.
bookmarks in. I want to check that stuff out. Does it have to go back tomorrow or whatever? I
No, I
love
think you can look
looking
at it
stuff
for a
that
while.
we've.
There's not that much in this book, honestly.
Well, there's some nice
But
pictures,
there's
and they
some
do have
nice
the trails
pictures,
marked.
and it made me want to go back to
yeah.
these places. And
Yeah.
so this is 115 Geraldine Lakes that I was wanting to do.
Yeah.
I haven't done that one yet, I don't think. And I don't think we've done Bow Glacier Falls.
I know we have.
94,
We've
95.
driven by it any number of times.
So we have to do those.
I didn't even know there was a
And-
walkway.
I'm not sure about this Lake Oisa and Lake O'Hara.
I'm pretty sure we haven't hit it, but
So
I'm going to be checking.
we're going to have
Check
to do
in
that.
tomorrow, and I'll or next week.
And
or
well, we
whatever.
have to do these other two again because I miss them.
Johnston Falls. We didn't get to the ink pots because we got there. We started off pretty well at the crack of dawn.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yes, and we
And
just,
there was evidence of bear right by the car.
That's what you were saying. I never
Yep.
saw.
Yeah, I didn't want to worry you. I didn't want you to stop wanting to sleep in the car with me.
Oh, a bear couldn't get in that car terribly well. It would be too much bother. So
I don't know.
Could, maybe.
I'm not that worried about it.
unless it was really starving for Chihuahua flesh.
Yeah. Honestly, if I were a bear, I wouldn't want to mess with a pack of Chihuahua.
I wouldn't want to mess with 2 people in a pack of Chihuahuas, that's for sure.
No.
So, I think they're going to steer clear. So.
I'm not worried about it. And you know what? If I end up getting chewed up by a bear, at least I'm dying with my boots on. It's
And you
better
might make
than-
international news. Yeah. Die celebrity.
Mm.
So few people have been, you know, you can get books on bear killings.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about them.
Well, you know, it could happen, but
Yeah, if you see one, don't try to go up to it and tickle its chin.
yeah, I mean, black bears look to be pretty safe. I mean, we could end up.
Yeah, they'll do things like they'll go if you leave them, like just back off, and they'll go somewhere else. They
Yeah.
don't want to mess with you.
Well, they used to allow people to feed them, like in places like Jellystone. In Waterton, they used to allow people to feed them. I think the black bears, but grizzly. It's a tough prospect. We did see a black bear. We were
I'm gonna have to
out in the
move this
wild.
bench over again.
Yeah, it's the golden bear's taken over the deck. I don't mind it. It's kind of like a good friend that just wants to cuddle with us or whatever. But we were driving in, where was that, Riding Mountain Park, early in the morning, and we saw this bear. I think it was close to grown up. What the hell? Heck. It saw us in the car, driving the car along, and it started to climb a tree. It got about this far off the ground.
It was a
floating
tiny little tree. It couldn't have climbed that tree.
Yeah, but
The tree would have went, whoop.
That's right. But it was a pretty big bear, and it
Well,
was.
he was young. He wasn't that
relatively-
old.
No, he wasn't fully grown.
Yeah.
He's adolescent. He's just trying to learn the ways of the world.
Which weren't climbing that tree.
No, I was a little scared in that park, I gotta say, because same morning, same stretch of road, I think it was a little bit before we saw this adolescent. We saw, it was 2 baby bears, and then the
And a
mother,
mama.
she'd actually left them on the road. She was so scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they figured out to get off the road. At the university today, I saw 3 fawns, and one of them still had the little dappling on the back.
Oh, nice.
And one of them, I knew, like the 2 were over on this side, and he was over here. And I knew he wanted to join them when he saw me. Of course, he crossed right in front of me, So I had already slowed down, to about 10. And it was easy braking, but I just wish them luck, They don't know the ways of the world that well. It was very cute. When they got together, they were kind of nuzzling each other, kind of the way little puppies do or whatever. Stuff like that. They're still friends with each other and not butting heads. It's
But
very
yeah,
cute.
I kind of wish that people writing a book like this would actually give me a how-to sort of.
Enjoy nature.
No, how to set up some sort of a thing.
Oh, a therapy.
Yeah. I
Program?
don't know. Like, I've taken a lot of Gale courses on how to set up whatever such things, and I don't know, maybe I just don't have the self-confidence. But also with the Gale ones,
It's not an apple.
must have been an apple.
It
Scared
sounded,
me.
it sounded as big as a pumpkin.
It did.
Wow. Okay. Have to see if there's a hole in the deck. Yeah.
But no, with the Gale ones, they're from the United States, so I always feel like, well, this isn't really applicable, and I don't know.
There might
If
be
I-
differences
yeah.
in laws and regulations and stuff like that.
So then I haven't ended up doing anything that I want to do. Anyway,